Hello and welcome to VR Reviews, and today we're going to be doing a quick review of this weird Venom figure. It's a bit of a strange thing. If you've been lurking around on eBay or something, you may have seen this before, as it's often got title things like Marvel Legends Venom or Amazing Spider-Man Venom or something to that effect. But it's weird in that it's, as far as I can tell, not based on any previously existing mold from Hasbro or anyone else that I'm aware of. I could be wrong, but as far as I can tell, it's a unique, unofficial Chinese Venom that's in rough Marvel Legends scale, and is just a quite good figure overall. The sculpt seems to imply that he was designed to be Venom. He's got all the proper musculature, and he's got, vein work and stuff that would match something that Venom would have. Big clawed hands, which unfortunately do not have the white spots on the back of them. He does have the weird sort of clawed feet, which Venom has sometimes, and they're probably the only design problem I have with the figure. He's got appropriate paint. He looks like Venom. He's actually quite a good looking figure, and he's just sort of a weird thing that popped up, and since I do tend to get a lot of Venom figures, I decided that I would get him. And if you happen to be a fan of Venom or want a Venom for your Marvel Legends collection, this is probably a good pickup for you. Now let's go ahead and move on to a size comparison real quick. Alright, size comparison wise, this Venom is close to 7 inches tall. He compares to normal Marvel Legend as being taller than that. He is taller than the recent Marvel Legends Venom by a reasonable amount, but he is still shorter than Marvel Select Venom, so he'd be a good middle ground between the two if you want a larger Venom, but you don't think the Marvel Legends one is quite big enough. He's got some good bulk to him, so I think he definitely fits in well in a Marvel Legends scale display. If you wanted a really small Venom, you might could even use him in a Marvel Select display. Now let's go ahead and move on to some articulation. Articulation-wise, Venom's a bit interesting. His articulation's not designed in the same way that Hasbro figures generally are, and it's not as good either, but it is still pretty decent. He has a ball peg in the head, so that goes up and down, rotates. He has ball pegs in the shoulders, which means they don't go out very far, but they do go forward and back. He has a hinge and rotation in the elbow, hinge and rotation in the wrist. He unfortunately lacks anything in the waist. He has ball pegs in the hips, so they don't move out very far, and they move forward at kind of an angle. And then he has double jointed knees. And then he has hinge and a bit of pivoting in the ankles. So he's actually not half bad, especially considering he's not official or anything. The main things that would make him perfect would be some sort of abdominal joints, and if his hips had better mobility. Honestly, some of Hasbro's figures' hips mobility has been pretty bad lately anyway, though, so maybe it's not even that big of a deal. Either way, articulation's tolerable, and you can get him into plenty of different poses. Now let's go ahead and take a look at some of his accessories. Accessories-wise, Venom has 2 different tongues that can be plugged into his mouth. The detailing on both of them is really nice. It's got kind of a darker red base with a pink dry brushing over it. It looks pretty good. You just kind of plug them into his mouth. They have little pegs on them, and you get a short tongue and a overly long tongue. Honestly, the overly long tongue looks a bit weird, but the short one looks pretty good, or you can just have him without a tongue at all if you want to do that as well. And if you're curious, both of these tongues fit into Marvel Select Venom's tongue-holding mouth as well, and honestly, they look better than the tongue that he comes with, so I might use the long tongue for Marvel Select Venom, just because I think it looks better. And so that's just an extra piece of information. As Venom has no packaging or really anything else to talk about, I guess we're pretty much done here. So until next time, goodbye! Hello, you've just watched one of my videos. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed my videos. If you didn't, run away and never return. Also, feel free to check out my other channels, Venom Raptor for all my variety gaming content, and VR Reviews for reviews of various action figures and collectibles. Thank you, and goodbye.